So all of these like psychotropic medications, right? They're all double-edged swords, right? Look on TV. You know, they have all these ads for medications, but it says, you know, if you experience, you know, sweating, sneezing, coughing, libido loss, rashes, nausea, vomiting, stomach upset, your little spots on your body that start to build up, you know, an alien starts living in your stomach and, you know, jumps out. I mean, they all say stuff like that, right? And it's true, you know. Now, I'm on a bunch of meds because I do have like a chemical imbalance in my brain. That's absolutely true. You don't have to take it to the level of Scientologists where they're like, you know, all medicine is evil and Tom Cruise. No, fuck that. They're wrong. There is such thing as a chemical imbalance, right? But, so you just have to weigh the pros and cons. For instance, I just got put on a medication called Lamictal, which has completely destroyed my libido, and it doesn't even feel like my penis is even there anymore. Now, some stuff is better. Actually, orgasming might even feel a little better. But what does it matter if your libido is totally dead and you don't even have a drive to talk to women? You know what I mean? So it's like, there's all these pros and cons. Now, you know, this one is one I have to get off of because not only does it make my libido less, but it shrank the size of my penis to only 8 inches. So that's ridiculous. I have to get it up to what it was before, you know, 12 inches. But, you know, if a medicine's gonna, okay, obviously I'm lying about that, but I'm not lying about how this medicine actually shrank my penis. It didn't just give me a no libido, it straight up shrank it. It shrank it like 1.5 inches, you know? So that's crazy, right? So I gotta get off this medication. I was on this medication called Buspar that just took away all my energy. So, you know, but it had the positive effect of making me feel less awkward and judgmental around people. But, you know, is that worth, you know, having no energy at all? So there's all these pros and cons, right? But then I'm on like Seroquel, right? And I'm on Paxil, which like lessen my sex drive, make me a little tired, make me a little hungry like I have the munchies, but they don't totally destroy my libido. They don't totally, you know, make me gain 40 pounds like this other medicine I was on called Depakote. They're not that extreme, right? They just lightly affect it, right? Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Just get a good psychiatrist like I have. If I tell my psychiatrist these things, he's gonna take me off of it, you know? Everyone responds differently to these medicines. Good psychiatrists know that. And this is kind of a tangent, but a good psychiatrist will not just put you on medicine for every new symptom that you have. And that's rare. This psychiatrist is the only one who's ever done that. You know, 4 months ago, after all this shit happened last year, I was beat up all these times, blah, I see my grandmother, I blah, 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 blah. You know, I go up to my psychiatrist and I'm like, you know, maybe I have like borderline personality disorder. And he's like, instead of just giving me a medicine, which is what like every psychiatrist besides him would do, he goes, Ben, anybody who went through that shit, he didn't say shit, but you know, he's a professional, but anyone who went through that would have symptoms of borderline personality disorder, you know? So, you know, you should get help doing these things. And you know, the fact that he, like I said, he didn't just throw a med at me, you gotta find a psychiatrist who does that. Now, I'm not even gonna mention the price tag on this guy because it's a little embarrassing, right? But it's unfortunate. The whole medical system in this industry is totally fucked. I mean, in this country is totally fucked. But you know what? There's other psychiatrists in this town that charge even more. I mean, I've seen some psychiatrists that charge $450 for 20 minutes, right? So I'm not paying that much, but I'm still paying a little over the top, and it's screwed up. And then you wonder, why are all these people in the country, why do they all have mental conditions and whatever? Because psychiatry and therapists is way too fucking expensive. Anyway, just my 2 cents, and take it or leave it. Don't just do what Scientologists do and just say all medicine is stupid. That's fucking dumb, right? There is such a thing as a chemical imbalance. This happens. There's shit that I would still feel even if I had like, you know, nothing in my life that would affect my emotions. So don't listen to people who say that. Meds help you a lot. If I wasn't on some of these meds, I literally would have no ability to feel good around people. And that's because if you have no ability to feel good around people, what does it even matter if you're around people who treat you like shit, right? What does it even matter? Because you have no ability to feel good at all around anyone. So that's what I'm talking about. I think people do get put on these medications wrongly. There is a lot of people who are on Ritalin, Adderall, who do not have ADHD, 100%, right? There's a lot of people who are on antidepressants, Paxil, Prozac, Zoloft, Celexa, yada, 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 who aren't depressed. There's a lot of people, and I think this is the thing that gives this stigma to medications. But that's the fault of the psychiatrist. You got to find a good one, like I said. And besides this thing I said about how he doesn't just throw medications at you, he knows his shit. He is so smart. He knows every single thing about every medication, right? Anyway, just my 2 cents. There are a lot of people, honestly, lots of people should question the meds they're on. I do, and I know I'm depressed and whatever, you know? But yes, way too many people and children are medicated for ADHD when they don't have it. And anyway, I've already said this. You get the point. Peace.